Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, accompanied by Queen Taylor, and today we're going to be taking a look at Mike and the Mechanics Silent Running on Dangerous Ground. Okay, this actually came from a comment where the guy basically said, we'll put it up on screen, reaction channels don't touch this song
with a 10-foot pole, I think.
With a 10-foot pole, and I was like, I'll touch it.
Bet.
I know. I'll touch it.
I'll touch it. No pole.
No pole. So we initially got introduced to Mike and the Mechanics from the Living Years. I think a lot of people have. I think that's been requested a bunch, and I think that seems to be a lot of first impressions song, and it was a great song. It actually didn't hit me initially when we first listened to it, and then my first real death happened when my uncle passed.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm just not old enough to have like I did have my grandparents die, but I was too young for it to really impact me the way that my uncle did. But this is like the first real death, I'll say.
Also, we get a lot of comments that are like, have you guys been living under a rock? Because we'd never heard them before. No, we haven't been.
It's just not our music.
Yeah, they're like, what, later 80s?
Yeah.
Mid to later 80s. I was born in 89. He was born in 91. So it's like not what we grew up listening to, right? I wasn't like a 10-year-old listening to Mike and Mechanics. I was listening to like Spice Girls and Eminem and
Britney Spears,
Linkin Park and stuff like that. Yeah, this is just not it. So
Incubus, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Linkin Park, Killswitch Engage, Mudvayne.
Okay, they get
Slipknot.
Okay.
No! God, please, no! No!
Anyways, now we're here.
Yeah, now we're here. And so it's just different generation.
Yeah.
You know, we were a product of our environment, much like you guys. I'm sure when this was coming out, you guys were younger teens. And I feel like the 2000s, when we were teens, prime time music time for us.
Yeah.
I don't know why that's like something that people can't comprehend. It's really weird to me, but I digress. Anyways, guys, Silent Running. Let's hit it. I'm really interested.
I know. I like that comment. Got me intrigued.
Happy birthday to you. Make a wish, Tommy.
You don't know me, but I know your father. He wanted me to give you this.
That was creepy.
Yeah.
Is that the same kid?
Yeah.
He like looks older at the window.
Hold on, I want to check the volume.
Listen to me.
I've got to do it.
Don't be
Why is
It's
that?
going down.
Better you should pray to God, the Father and the Spirit will guide you and protect you from up here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me calling you?
Hello, Tommy. I'm sorry I left. I hope this message will explain why. I need your help.
Swear allegiance to the flag, whatever flag they offer. Never hint at what you really feel. Teach the children quietly, for someday sons and daughters will rise up and fight while we stood still. Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Oh, my calling you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me running? Can you hear me running? Hear me calling you. Can you hear me?
Wow, that was a lot.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was an interesting video. I was really listening to that, and I was really trying to,
Really absorb it all.
absorb it all. That's a at first, the first chorus when can you hear me calling? I thought the calling was like a spiritual calling, like a conviction, something to pull you. You know, when you feel like you're in danger, you always got like that, like, hey, get out of there
Yeah.
type deal. Or, you just have this calling. Like if something's pulling you internally, a lot of people ignore that call. But it also kind of reminds me of Moses with the burning bush, where the burning bush was calling to him. It wasn't like Moses was just out there. He was doing his shepherd duties, and something how do I say this? Propelled him, called him, the bush, trying not to get religious here, but there was a calling. So anyways, it was kind of, but then I got this, when he was saying, if we stay still, our children are going to be the ones fighting this battle. So it kind of took a twist on me where I was like, okay, is it domestic violence? Because at the beginning, it kind of, when they were talking about taking the kids down to the cellar and the yelling, I was like, it didn't hit me, but was that like a bomb threat, or like, when tornado sirens come on?
Yeah, that's what I was getting. Is it definitely, I can't tell like what exactly the situation is. I don't know if it's obvious and I'm missing it, or if it's just not very obvious, but it seems like shit is going down. Because, he talked about like, take the kids, get to the cellar, don't always trust the church and state, what they have to say.
Right.
There's gun and bullets up here. Like, it's definitely like something is going on.
Right.
I just can't figure out exactly what that is. And that's the thing, is like, yeah, I don't know. Obviously dad left. I'm like, did dad die? And this is like his spirit? Is this like,
That's
and
what
then,
I'm getting at.
And then the guy's like, yeah, I knew your father. And
Here's
then
the key.
Yeah. And then the part where, yeah, he was like, about the kids gonna do the part that you were talking about, like what we stood and watched or whatever. I don't know. I got like a weird, like futuristic type like feeling.
Like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
If we don't deal with this threat or this issue now, our children are going to be, bear the brunt of our consequences.
Yeah.
And if we don't do anything, they're going to be the ones fighting.
Yeah. It's almost like, yeah, I'm getting a vibe that like dad is dead and he knows what's going to happen.
Maybe he fought in wars. I don't know.
Maybe.
It was kind of weird that the mom and dad, they were arguing in the beginning there. And I'm wondering if they were arguing over political issues that were being aired, because it was right before they were talking about the don't trust the news in the state.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I'm thinking about like wars in the time. I want to say like Desert Storm, right? Like Desert Storm in the early 90s would have been a relevant kind of.
Yeah, but they're
issue?
not American.
That's right. That's right.
So there's probably a lot of wars that we know nothing about in that time frame.
God, I always get them mixed up.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. So guys, let us know what you think. Obviously,
Oh,
this
wait.
is. No, I think.
Are they the Americans?
I think the
There's
Righteous
those-
Brothers is the Americans.
Okay. These guys, the Righteous Brothers and Dire Straits, I always get the three of them mixed up with like, yeah.
Well, let's look it up real quick, just so we can. That's an English.
Okay,
rock band.
okay, good.
Super
Good.
group.
I thought they were English. Okay, yeah.
Dang, Americans always thinking it's about America. I mean, sorry.
So Righteous Brothers is American. Dire Straits is also
Yeah,
English.
Yep.
Okay. We'll get that.
we'll get it. We'll get it
Yeah.
eventually.
But no, then I was thinking like maybe dad was dead, but like his spirit was like almost like he could see the future type thing and he like knew what was coming, but like the family didn't and he was trying to like warn them in a way.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't
I don't
know.
know what could have been. I don't know. And again, this was our first time hearing it.
Yeah.
And we tried, but this is kind of deep. And I think there's a lot of symbolism in there, and I think there's a
Mhm.
lot of meaning behind each of these lyrics where, for the guy that came and gave him the key, our initial thought was, ugh,
Yeah,
shut the door. Why are you
you
answering
creep.
the door?
Yeah.
But because of our, upbringing, like that would never happen.
Yeah.
Nowadays, no matter where you're at, that no one's answering the door like that. So there's a lot to digest here. There's a lot.
Mhm.
So I'm really hoping that you guys would fill us in. We're gonna have to
Nicely.
dice nicely because it's all about, and that's the thing. Music speaks to different people differently. So someone's interpretation of it
Yeah.
might
It,
be completely different.
it could be a little bit subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like there's definite things that we're picking up on, but I feel like there's also some unanswered questions about what exactly
is going on.
is going on.
Yeah.
And maybe if it's like if we were around in
During
this
that
time,
time, yeah,
maybe
it
it's
makes
something that would be
sense.
more obvious to us. I don't know, but
But it's 2024, and this is when we're first time listening to
Yeah.
this. So like, just take that
We
with a
don't
grain of salt.
know.
We don't know. This song, beautiful.
yeah,
I really liked the instruments. I like that solo. It was tasteful.
yeah,
The chorus kind of was. I don't want to say transcending, but it definitely, I could see myself just like listening to it and just getting kind of swept away.
Yeah.
With that chorus, because it was sweet.
Mhm.
It was smooth. It was. I think angelic is the right word for
yeah.
it.
I would also like to know from the person who initially made the comment that no reactors would touch this with the 10-foot pole, why you made that comment, why nobody would do this.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's something like they said just because they knew that would intrigue us
They're
and
baiting
that would
us.
make us do it right away.
I mean, you did it.
They're like,
Congratulations. To be fair, since the living years, we haven't been able to record. I had to take a test and exam, so I kind of put YouTube for my job. It's the CISSP. For those who know what that is, right here. But that took a lot of our time, so there was no way I was gonna, do YouTube, and we just haven't had the ability to record very much.
Yeah, we were out of town. My semester at school started back up.
Yeah.
It's been a lot going on.
It's been a lot going on, so I know it's been a while since we've touched on Mike and the Mechanics, but it just is what it is. I mean,
We come around as quickly as we can.
yeah.
It's never as quickly as we like, but it's as quickly as we can. Thanks
Yeah.
for bearing with us.
So you all get it. You have lives too.
Yeah.
But thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.